Hi there, everyone. Welcome to Life Coach University and 2023 Let's Coach. My name is Chris Wells, and I am your coach for this session. I am a life transformation educator and coach. I talk a lot about how to transform your whole life. If you're feeling stuck, if you're not satisfied, if you're depressed, anxious, lonely, just not in the career you want, whatever it is, whatever you're feeling stuck in, if it's a place you don't want to be and you want to make a serious change, that's what I help people with. So if you have any questions, please feel free to drop those into the Q&A. If you have any comments, feedback, anything, you can put that in there. And I will respond to those throughout the session. If you're watching this as a recording and you have questions, comments, feedback, then you can email those to hello@lifecoachuniversity.com. And you can ask questions of any coaches, or you can address that specifically to me, and that will be forwarded to me, and I will respond to you. Speaking of the other coaches, be sure you check out their coaching sessions and be sure you check out all their PIF talks. And we'll probably have some conferences coming up. I think I might be hosting one sometime soon. All right. So in the last session, I was talking about the creation process, the I am process that I came up with. I is for intentions, and I really got pretty heavy into that the last time. And the A is for awareness, and M is for management, or I like to call it mechanics. It's the how do you actually implement the intentions and the awareness and affect change in your life. Since I got so deep into the intentions the last time, I thought I would I'll briefly go over that, but I'll spend a little more time on awareness today. And of course, if you have any questions that are related to this, awesome, but your questions don't have to be. They can be about anything that you want. All right. So intentions are what you desire. What do you actually want for yourself? Without getting really clear on this, then how are you going to create it? How are you going to experience this in your life without knowing what you actually want to be experiencing? What do you actually want your life to look like? And I know this can actually be quite challenging. It might seem really simple to some and easy to figure out, and to others it might seem really difficult to even wrap your head around the idea of creating the life that you want, because you have so many thoughts, so many beliefs that it's not even possible. So why torture yourself? Why even try to come up with that? And I get that, because that's where I certainly was in my, up until my early to mid 30s, even. I was fortunate. I had someone in my life who asked me what I actually wanted my life to look like. And she asked, is this it? Is the way you're living your life now the way you want to be living your life? Or is there something else that you want? And that was really difficult for me to answer. It was difficult for me to even ask myself that question, just because I thought, why? Like, it doesn't matter what I want. Life is just going to happen to me the way it's always been happening to me. I'm going to get what I get. So why bother? But then I became obsessed with that question. Well, what if I allowed myself to actually ask myself this question and answer it? What do I actually want my life to be like? Is this it? And it wasn't it. I wasn't living where I wanted to live. I wasn't doing the type of work I wanted to be doing. My lifestyle wasn't what I wanted it to be. Where I lived wasn't what I wanted. It wasn't what I wanted it to be. So I started getting clear on this. What do I want my life to look like? Right? Like, where do I want to live? And so I started making some serious changes. I started asking myself some serious questions. Do I want kids? Where do I actually want to live? Uh, what what do I want to do? How do I want to spend my time? Right? How do I want to show up? Who do I want to be? Right? And so then I started making some serious changes. I moved. I got a different job. I started traveling. Quit that job. I started traveling full time for a while. I became a coach. All these different things have happened in my life, and it's been amazing. All just from allowing myself to get clear on what I want, and then start making progress, start taking steps toward achieving it. And it hasn't been easy, but my life wasn't easy before this either. I was depressed. I was anxious all the time, like, yeah, all the time. uh, and I was dissatisfied. I was unfulfilled. I felt lost, and I felt stuck. I felt like I had some reason to be alive. I just couldn't figure it out. And so that was making me feel even worse. And so that wasn't easy either. That was actually a lot harder than it's been since I started uh, setting my intentions and becoming aware of myself and what's going on and how to start making changes. And so, yeah, it's been challenging, and it'll always be challenging. There will always be work. There will always be pain. There will always be setbacks, loss. But when you start to have more intention, more awareness, more of the tools necessary to manage, then you can work through it, and you start to believe that you can handle this, and you start to understand the ups and downs, and that you could still make progress through all of that. And you could start to accept things a little bit more, which helps you through them. You could start to look at things as they are and stop resisting them, and that helps you through them. Right? It's about having the tools and the practices and the awareness to get through, and to grow, and to start creating more of what you want and less of what you don't want. Right? It doesn't mean life is going to be perfect once you have these concepts, or even once you start applying them. Life isn't going to be perfect. It's not going to go the way you want, but the more you view it as wonderful and a gift and an opportunity, the more you view it with optimism and self-confidence, knowing that, hey, whatever result you got that you don't want, it's temporary. You can make adjustments. You can shift your thoughts, your the way you feel, the behaviors you're engaging in or avoiding. You can change all of that, so you can start to change the results you're getting. You can rise to the occasion, to the challenge, and really help yourself through the challenging times, the things that aren't going the way you want them to. And so doing this work helps with that, which helps you actually start to make some changes, right? And then you can, over time, the changes will be profound, right? Maybe not right away, maybe not all at once, right? But over time, you'll be able to make some significant changes in your life. And most importantly, changes in how you feel about yourself, about the people in your life, about your life situation. And really that's what we're after. All the things that we want, all the things that we think we need, all of it is ultimately for a feeling. We're chasing some feeling, right? And so we can start to have more command over these feelings and go within to create these feelings. We can stop relying so much on external factors to create our feelings for us, because those things aren't what create our feelings anyway. Right? Like, joy, happiness, feelings of security, success, intimacy, all of the things that we're after, those we already are self-creating. We're just not aware of that necessarily. And so with intentions and awareness and the mechanics to implement these things, we can intentionally, consciously, purposefully create our feelings. We can create our own joy, our own sense of connection, our own security, all of it, right? And then we can still create more experiences, more growth. We still have goals, but we don't attach our sense of well-being, of our identity, of our, like, we don't have like a need to reach the goal in order to feel good, which is amazing, right? Then our goals are coming from this place of confidence, of pure desire, of love, not fear. And that's a wonderful place. Then we start thinking more about other people and purpose versus survival and our own needs, our own well-being. And that's when you really grow. That's when you really start feeling better about yourself and your life, is when you're giving to others, when you make it about other people and how you can help them feel better about themselves. Right? Like that's the big key, I think, the biggest secret to like self-help, self-care, is caring for other people. Because I think you get what you give and you get what you are, right? So how you are showing up in the world and what you give is emanating from that's coming from who you are, right? And so that's why you get what you give. It's because you're giving of yourself, you're giving what you believe you have to give. And that's telling the universe, this is who I am, this is what I have an abundance of. And the universe goes, yep, you're right, here you go. You're not going to run out. And so, yeah, it all comes back to your intentions, your awareness, and the management. And so awareness, right? Like without awareness, how do you know how your thoughts are affecting how you feel, and how you feel is affecting your behavior, and how your behavior is affecting your experiences and the results that you're getting in life, right? You have to be aware of this process for you to start making intentional changes, for you to start getting more intentional results in your life. Without awareness, you're going to keep getting what you've been getting. You're going to keep thinking the way you've been thinking. You're going to keep feeling the way you've been feeling. You're going to keep doing what you've been doing. And you're going to keep getting the same old results, because you're not aware of what's creating those results. You're not aware of what's creating your feelings. You're not aware of the power of your thoughts, of your beliefs. You're not aware of your habits and how your habits are affecting how you feel, and how your habits are affecting your relationships, and how your habits are affecting your finances and your career and your health and your personal development and growth and your lifestyle, and how you're contributing to the world, the legacy you're going to leave behind. Right? It's so become aware. And to become aware, all you have to do is start paying attention. Just decide to notice what am I thinking? What are my beliefs about? Pick a subject. So start with a specific subject. Maybe it's your romantic relationship. And so if you're in a relationship that isn't feeling all that great, if maybe you're fighting a lot, or you're just not connected, or maybe you're feeling bored, whatever it is, if you are in this relationship and it hasn't been going as well as you want it to go, why is that? right? And bring awareness, not for the purpose of blaming either your partner or yourself, but just to understand so that you can start to make changes, so that you can make intentional decisions about how to move forward. That's the purpose of awareness. It's not to beat yourself up. It's not to judge yourself or anyone else. It's not to make yourself feel worse. It's so that you can make informed decisions and make intentional choices and changes, right? So if you're in this relationship and things aren't going the way you want them to be going, take a look within. What are your thoughts? What have you been thinking about your relationship? Are you telling yourself that it's boring, that it's no good, and then you don't do anything to make it more interesting or more exciting? And so now you have evidence to support your thoughts, and now you're stuck in this loop, because the more evidence you have, the more you're going to think it, which means the less you're going to do about it, because you just believe it's boring. And so you're not going to try to do anything to change that, because you've basically condemned it. You think this is just how it is, and so you're not going to do anything. And so now you're going to have more evidence, and so you see how that you get stuck in this loop, this negative cycle, until something breaks, right? Or until you make some intentional choices. Maybe you can catch that and go, wow, yeah, you know what? I have been thinking this. I've been thinking that the excitement's gone, the spark is gone. And so I've been pulling away, I've been withdrawing, or I've just been feeling down, and I haven't been trying to spice it up. I haven't even been engaging with my partner. I haven't been talking to them about what their dreams are, what's interesting to them. And I haven't been trying to date them. I haven't been planning anything fun, no adventures, right? Because the excitement, the excitement that comes with the novelty of a new relationship, that is going to wear off. And so now it's going to take some effort. And that's everything in life. If you love this person and they're worth, if you want to stay with them, and you want it to be exciting again and interesting and new, then you have to make new choices. You have to make new decisions about how to create that. It's not going to happen on its own forever. And I think this is a big problem in a lot of relationships. People come in and it's all exciting because you have all of these chemicals going on within you, and then the production of those chemicals starts to fade when the newness and the novelty wears off, and now it's real, and now it takes effort, right? But you can still make it exciting. You can still make it interesting. Your intentions about what you want in a relationship can change, right? If you were addicted to that excitement, but you really love this person and you want to stay with them and you want to have a monogamous, committed relationship, you can change your values. You can change what you care about through your thoughts, through practice, right? But it takes awareness. It takes awareness first, right? If you're not in the physical shape that you want to be in, it takes awareness to make changes, right? So what shape do you want to be in, right? So it goes back to intention. You have to start there, right? And that there's awareness in that too. You have to be aware of what you actually want, right? So what do you want? What do you want to look like? How do you want to feel? What body fat percentage do you want to have? What activities do you want to be participating in? Like how flexible do you want to be? How strong? All of that, right? You have to get really clear on what you want your physical fitness to be. And then you have to be aware of how to get there, right? So you have to have some knowledge of what do I need to do to go from where I am to where I want to be? How do I bridge this gap? And then you have to be aware of your behaviors, right? Well, where have I been hitting the mark, and where have I been missing the mark? So you know what you need to change, right? And you do this with intentions, and this comes from awareness, and then you apply the management piece, you apply the mechanics of it. So once you have that awareness, once you have your intentions and the awareness of what you've been doing versus what you need to be doing, so now you know what you need to do. You create a plan for moving forward, how to eat different, how to exercise different, how to sleep different, all the things you need to do to get to where you want to be. Then you start doing it, right? But you can't skip these steps. You have to know what you want. You have to have that clear picture in your mind, because that's going to help move you forward, right? It gives you that destination, but don't get stuck on that destination, right? I think we all have that issue in life where we're so focused on, when I get there, then I'll be better, then I'll feel better, then I'll be confident, then I'll be happy, then I'll feel secure finally. I can stop worrying, no more depression, no more anxiety, no more self-loathing when I get to this destination. It doesn't work like that. That's actually backwards thinking, right? We have to learn to create our feeling, like I was talking about earlier. Learn to create the feelings that we want to be feeling with our thoughts. It's all in the power of our thoughts, and that's going to help your thoughts create your feelings. So you're going to have to start becoming really aware of how your thoughts are creating your feelings, right? And then your feelings strongly influence your behaviors, right? And so become aware of that. When I'm feeling this way, it's really hard for me to do what I want to do, right? So if you have thoughts that, let's talk about fitness, right? Say you're not in the shape you want to be in, and you have thoughts that it's too much work to get to where you want to be, right? And so when you think that way, that's going to bring your energy down around it. That's going to make you feel kind of hopeless, maybe, like, or just discouraged. And when you feel like that, are you going to get up and go for a jog or do yoga or go to the gym? Probably not, right? And if you're not going to the gym or whatever workout you need to do, are you going to change your fitness level? Nope. Right? If you have thoughts on eating, like, oh, it's just too hard. Like, I don't want to give up the sweets, the alcohol, the pasta, whatever. Like, and that's going to create feelings that are less than, and that's going to create actions that aren't going to get you the results that you want either. And then also, if you're spending time thinking about how fat you are, how out of shape you are, if you're feeling bad about your body, if you're feeling bad about yourself or allowing you to get into this condition, then again, like, that's going to bring your energy down. When your energy's down, it's going to be really hard to do the things you need to do to create the experiences that you want to have and to create the results that you want to get. So we need to be aware of these thoughts. Catch them. Write it down. Write all your negative thoughts down about a particular step. So pick a topic and write your thoughts down. What thoughts are you having that might be keeping you stuck where you are, that might not help you feel good, right? And then how are those thoughts affecting your results, right? Like, so if they make you feel a feeling that's not a high energy feeling, how is that affecting your behavior? And how is that behavior affecting the results that you're getting, right? And then, do an intentional exercise, go through this and do it with intention. Write out, all right, well, what can I think instead? What thoughts would actually help me increase my energy level, would help me feel better about myself, right? So if it's about your body, like, you have a choice here, right? You don't have to hate your body. You don't have to feel bad about your body. You don't have to think negative things about your body, no matter what your body looks like, no matter how it performs right now, no matter how it feels. You don't have to have negative thoughts about it. You don't have to hold on to negative beliefs about it. No one's forcing you to. There's no gun to your head when it comes to your thoughts. Even if there were a gun to your head right now, no one can make you think any different. That's all on you, right? So we have to take responsibility for the thoughts that we're thinking. So if you're having negative thoughts, what do you do about it? You simply change your thoughts. And that takes awareness, right? And when you have a negative thought, you have to catch it. You have to go, oh, wait a minute. That thought, and maybe it's something you say out loud. Pay attention to the way you're talking about yourself, about your body, about your relation, whatever, I'm just using these things as examples, right? Because this applies to everything in life. It applies to your finances, your career, your lifestyle, all of it, everything, right? So pay attention to the way you're talking to yourself, the way you're talking about yourself, the way you're talking about other people, the way you're talking to other people, the way you're talking about your circumstances, your situation that you're in, right? So if you're saying negative things about yourself, about your fitness level, about your body, that's going to feel bad. That's going to bring your energy down. That's going to keep you stuck. That's going to keep you avoiding the behaviors that you need to have to get to where you want to be. So you have to catch yourself having these thoughts and these beliefs and these words, and you have to change it, right? So take a moment to reset. So catch it. So start paying attention, right? Start by writing it down. What are the thoughts I think that I've been having? How do I think I've been talking about myself? Right. And then go through that process of how does that make me feel, and how does that make me behave, and how does that affect my results? Right. And if your body isn't where you want it to be right now, it's because you've been going through this process without awareness. So start bringing awareness to it. And then once you've gone through, well, here's the awareness around what I've been doing. Now, what do I need to do? Right. Well, how do I need to think? Right. I need to think in a way that's going to help increase my energy, help me feel better, so that I can actually get unstuck and do the things that I need to do on a regular basis, on a daily basis, create the plan and stick to the plan, so that I start actually changing. Because you can change wherever you are right now. You absolutely can change. You just have to believe that you can. You have to believe it enough for you to start feeling at least a little bit better, so that you can start doing what you need to do. And yeah, you can do what you need to do without feeling great and without having the beliefs in place. And if you're just like, well, I just can't get my beliefs in place, then yeah, take action anyway. It's just, you're going to be taking action with a heavy anchor tied to your neck. And so, work on those beliefs, bring awareness, start changing. What beliefs do I need to have to help myself feel better so that I can take the actions that I need to take to start getting the results and the experiences that I actually want to have. Right. And that's a powerful process. That awareness will help you. And so set reminders on your phone, or tie awareness to things that you do regularly throughout the day. It could be going to the bathroom. It could be taking a drink of water. I like to set reminders so that I'll meditate for a little bit and then just pay attention. How have I been thinking today? How have I been feeling? What have I been doing? Right. And know that like things aren't going to change overnight, but if you keep going through this process, you will change over time. And if you commit to this for life, then you're just going to keep growing. Life is going to keep getting better. And it's not always going to be a straight shot up. It's not, sometimes you're going to go through funks. But if you keep doing the work, that funk is going to be short-lived. And you're going to bring awareness to that. You'll be able to go, why am I feeling this way? What do I need to change? What's going on here? But without doing the work, you'll be stuck in oblivion. You won't be aware. And you're gonna stay in that funk for a long period of time. I know, because I've been there recently, because my schedule changed and I fell out of practice of doing the work, and I stayed stuck longer than normal. And so I'm getting back to my practice, and it's already making a huge difference. All right, that's all I have for you today. I hope this topic on awareness was really helpful. I hope that you're able to apply it to whatever situation in your life or your whole life, whatever you want to work on, and do it with love and kindness and compassion and patience. Use it as a tool just to help you bridge that gap between where you are and where you want to be. Don't use it as a way to blame yourself or anyone else and be mad and beat yourself up. Always approach this with self-love and compassion. All right. Thank you all so much. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will talk to you again soon. Take care.